What's going on, guys? Get into it, man. So today I'm gonna talk about how I dropped 20% body fat to 10% body fat in 90 days. Okay, I'm gonna show you guys how I did this step by step, so you guys can just copy this. And more than just copying like what you guys know, the macros and the foods and the workouts. This is more gonna be of like behind the mindset and discipline side of it. You know, so how did I get from 20% body fat to 10% body fat? More of like a mindset approach, because you guys can go on ChatGPT at any time and just type in, give me a workout plan to get me from 20% body fat to 10% body fat, and just and be done, you know, and follow that to a T. But the problem is, once you guys get to a plan, you know, it's following it and like getting through your inhibitions and getting through your impulses and kind of working it out every single day. That's what we're gonna talk about today. Alright? And I'm still gonna have some more of like what I did step by step as far as foods and workouts, but majority of it's gonna be like discipline, mindset, and how to really get it done as far as internally. Okay? So real quick, when I get started, so this video is not for you if you're not willing to stay consistent and disciplined. Like I said before, this video is just going to be about how to stay consistent and disciplined along the journey to dropping 10% to 10% body fat. Alright, even if you just want to lose 5 to 10 pounds over the next 90 days, this video is going to help you guys out. But if you're not willing to stay consistent and disciplined, then you can forget about it. Alright. Also, if you're not willing to be coachable and commit to a plan for 3 to 4 months, like I said, you guys can go to ChatGPT and make a full workout plan for 90 days straight. It'll give you the best workout plan ever. But if you're not coachable, if you're not committed to stay on the plan for at least 3 to 4 months, then you might as well click off this video, because I'm going to teach you how to be self-coachable and how to commit to a plan for the next 3 to 4 months. Okay. So if you want to keep doing fad diets to lose weight, this is not for you. You know, if you want to get keto, the quick fixes, you want to do an hour cardio every day, cut out carbs every day, and just you know, say, oh, I'm gonna do 1 meal a day, this video ain't for you. I'm gonna show you guys literally how to do it, but while still having a balanced type of nutrition approach. I don't preach fad diets. I don't like fad diets because they're not sustainable. I like doing sustainable, life-changing techniques that I'm gonna show you guys in this video. Okay. And if you don't want to put an effort into nutrition, you might as well not even watch this video, because 90% of what I'm going to talk about is going to be based on the mindset behind nutrition and how important it is. Because you guys can go to the gym every fucking day, 7 days a week for an hour, 2 hours a day. But if you guys are not locked in on what you're eating every single day, if you guys are still bullshitting on McDonald's, Chick-fil-A, you know, fast food, junk food, you might as well not watch the video. It's all effort. It's all how bad you want it. Like, the easiest thing you guys can do is not put bad foods into your mouth. Easy. Don't eat. Eat good, better foods. That's it. So if you guys can't even do that or don't want to put effort into doing that, this video is not for you. And if you're not willing to be uncomfortable daily, click off this video. If you want an easy fix, an easy guide, more of a dreamless guide, I would say, you might as well click off this video. Because I'm going to give you the uncomfortable truth. You guys will have to suffer for a little bit. Like, you guys can't eat your favorite foods. You can't eat candy, sugar, sweets. You gotta kind of cut it up for 3 to 4 months. I'm gonna tell you the honest truth. If you want to get to 10% body fat, if you want to just lose 10, 15 pounds, you'll still have to do it. But think about it. It's not forever. It's just for a short amount of time. All right. So if you're willing to be uncomfortable for the next 3 to 4 months to hit your goals, this video is for you. If not, you might as well leave the video, man. So let's dive into it. So just because you lose weight doesn't mean you're losing fat. Okay, very, very key determinant factor. So weight loss is easier than fat loss, but fat loss will change everything about your body. Okay, because a lot of clients I coach, even me in the beginning, I would always focus on the scale. Every single day weighing myself. Oh, the scale, I lost 2 pounds here, I gained 3 pounds, or I'm down 4 pounds, oh, I'm up 8 pounds, why is this? Well, that's because weight loss day by day is more fluctuated on water weight. It's more fluctuated on your hormones, water weight, stress, things like that. Okay? When you picture fat loss, you want to picture fat loss more in a macro setting. So you want to picture fat loss in more of a weekly and monthly setting. Weight loss is day by day. You can gain and lose water weight every single day. Fat loss, you're not going to gain fat and lose fat by the day. You're going to gain fat and lose fat by the weeks and by the months. All right? So weight loss is easy to focus on because you can literally have a different number on the scale every single day. you know. But fat loss is how your body looks. Fat loss is when you look into the mirror, you can see your love handles going down, you see your abs starting to show. That's fat loss, all right? So too many people will focus on the weight on the scale and end up crash dieting or gaining all their weight back. So the problem is when guys weigh themselves every single day, if they're up 2 pounds from yesterday, what will they do? They'll probably cut out a meal. They'll say, okay, I'm not going to eat breakfast today. I'm going to fast and eat breakfast at like 2. Or I'm going to cut out all carbs for the day. Or I'm going to try to do extra cardio to try to get that weight down. That's not what you guys should be doing. Because, like I said, on a day-by-day micro level, weight loss doesn't really matter. You know, what your weight is on the scale doesn't really matter. It's all just data points leading up to that whole entire month. Okay, so you crash dieting, you trying to cut down on cardio or do some crazy shit to get the weight back down. It's going to mess up your hormones and it's going to mess up your progress. Because there's a reason you're on the plan to do things every single day. It's a reason for that. And some days you're going to be heavier than other days. It's normal, you know. So the problem is, when you focus on more of the weight loss aspect, you're not looking at how my body looks and feels every single day. You're only considered of what the scale looks like every single day, and that's a problem. This is why you must be disciplined on a plan, so you won't go into crash dieting or binge eating to try to get that weight back. Because it's not going to work. It's going to fuck you up in the long run. Okay. So why fat loss is the only way? So if you want to separate your body from the rest, to the rest focus, only on fat loss, okay? So aesthetics and health is what I preach. I want you guys to be healthy and aesthetic, okay? I want you guys to look good, feel good, and still be healthy. Because a lot of guys in the industry, they're not going to tell you, they're taking steroids. A lot of guys taking TRT, steroids, all this bullshit these guys are taking and not telling you guys, they're getting it done unnaturally. I'm natural. I haven't taken a syringe, I haven't popped a pill, nothing. Nothing like that. So I understand what it's like to be, healthy and aesthetic. I understand what it's like to be lean, at 10% body fat, having damn near 8-pack abs, naturally, And yes, it's hard. Like losing fat is hard. Losing fat is hard. But what is hard is getting in shape, getting healthy. And people take shortcuts every single time. But the way I'm going to teach you guys is how to not take shortcuts. The process is going to be tough in the beginning during the day-to-day process, but in the end, you're going to look back and be like, okay, this is the right decision, okay? And next, fat loss means more than losing numbers on a scale. Like I said earlier, like you guys want to focus on how you look as far as body composition. You guys want to focus on how you guys look. Because, like I said, when I first started, I was the same way. I was looking on the scale every single day, weighing myself every single day. I didn't know why I was gaining weight, losing weight. It's just water. It's just a mind fuck. Like, if you guys want to track your weight every single day, you should be tracking your weight every single day just to get data points for the month, right? Because if 30 days hasn't happened yet, if a month hasn't happened yet, you have no data to go off of. You don't know what's happening to your body if you don't at least give it a month, all right? A month. So this is why losing numbers on the scale, if you look at your progress that way, it's not really a great determining factor. I want to look on, is my body composition changing? Am I building more muscle? Is my belly going down? Is my chest getting bigger? Is my shoulders looking more broader? That's what you guys should be looking at. And the only way to do that is by focusing on fat loss. Not weight loss, but fat loss. Okay? So, prioritize building muscle. Okay, this is rule 1. So, muscle burns way more calories than fat. So, the more you build, the faster your metabolism runs. When I first started working out, one of the best things I did, I'll be honest, is I did like power building. So I did like squat, bench, deadlift. I would start out my workouts like squat, bench, deadlift. And then I would do like a little bodybuilding type of aesthetic workout after that. That's what I first started. And that helped me put on so much muscle and strength. That's literally the only way I was able to pretty much build strength and muscle so fast as a beginner. Because I was literally just getting to the gym. And I was watching a guy, his name is Russ Orhe, back in 2019. I was watching his videos. And he got me into like power building. He was freaking jacked, like super jacked. I was like, bro, if I can get to a body type, not even like this, but like similar to where I can put on some muscle, I would love that. So I started doing that program. And when I got on that program, bro, I realized, bro, I'm building so much fucking muscle. I'm so lean. Like, I can build muscle at will. And the fat will literally just shred off me. So guess what? I'm working out hard, I'm damn near always freaking hungry. I'm always hungry. And when you're always hungry, guess what? This means you're burning fat every single time you're hungry. Every single time. And guess what? I'm still able to put on muscle as well. So that's pretty much how I started. I started with a power building split. Right? So you want to lose fat while or add in muscle. That's the key. Which gives you that lean, defined look instead of just being skinny fat. So a lot of guys who are skinny fat, the problem is they don't prioritize building muscle. Everybody just want to lose fat, lose weight, lose fat, lose weight. Well, if you lose fat and lose weight, what are you going to replace that with? Like the problem is once you lose fat, it's like what are you going to put in your body next? You'd be so surprised to see. I see a lot of guys walking around and they're not fat, but they don't have no muscle. There's so many guys like that who just, and guys be in the gym. I see guys in the gym lifting for 6, 8, 9 months, and they look the same because why? They're not training to intensity. They're not looking to build muscle. They're just there to burn up the fat. And many times you see guys just doing cardio, doing things for light weights. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. But if you want an aesthetic body, if you want to build muscle, you gotta train to some type of intensity to build muscle, right? So your training is to go from, well, I just want to lose fat, to no, I want to build muscle. You wanna refocus your mindset when training to, I'm looking to build muscle. I just want to process building muscle. That's it. All right, that's it. So your body needs a reason to hold on to muscle during your cut. So give it one with consistent strength training. Okay. So this is another key. When I said a lot of guys in the gym are training lightweight, they're training to not build any strength. Like when guys, you can train for 3 ways. You can train for strength, muscle, or for endurance. Okay. Ideally, you want to stay in the strength and muscle strength training phase. So let's say from reps to, I'm gonna get a little bit nerdy here, but from reps to like 4 to 8, that's like your strength building phase. From 4 to 8. Then from 8 to 12 is more of your hypertrophy muscle building phase. So you guys want to stay within those ranges. So like I said, when I started out, I did power building. So I would start out my workouts with like a squat, bench, or deadlift. I would do like 4 sets of 5, or I would do like 3 sets of 8 to help me build strength in the beginning. So I would start out my workout with that top set. After that, I would go into a power building, more about bodybuilding type of workout split, where I would do like reps to 8 to 12. So I would do like a dumbbell bench press, reps to like 12, or I would do like the dumbbell shoulder press, reps to 10. Things like that to help me put on muscle. So I would train in 2 ways. I was training in the beginning for strength, and then after that phase was done, same workout, I would train for muscle building. So you have to train 2 ways. So you have to give your body 2 types of different stimulus to maximize your physique. If you guys just want to take it easy and kind of just dick off, you can pick one, but I would use both to your advantage because you'll make progress that much faster. All right. So the truth about cardio and diet fast. So here's the truth, man. So you don't need to run marathons to lose fat. Like you don't have to run a fucking marathon or 5K. It's okay. Like an easy 20 or 30 minute walk after meals does more for fat loss than burning yourself out with crazy cardio sessions. All right. So what I mean by this is doing just getting your 10K steps in, 8 to 10K steps in. Doing a 20 or 30 minute walk after your meals in the morning, after dinner, will help you lose way more fat than doing crazy cardio sessions, doing these HIIT sessions, or doing an hour of cardio, per every single day. Because think about it. When you're overly doing cardio, like I said, I've seen a lot of guys in the gym. They only do cardio, and the problem is some guys do cardio to the point where they do it every day, but they're not even progressive overload in the cardio. They're just going for a treadmill, just going for walks. I say 5-10 minutes. That's it. They're not pushing themselves at least a couple times. So when I say 20 or 30 minute walks, after a while, bro, you will have to progressive overload your walking and your cardio. For example, you might do a 20-30 minute walk. The next you might do, let's say you do a 20-30 minute walk. This time you do it on a treadmill incline. So you still want to progressive overload your walks, but you don't want to burn yourself out by doing some crazy HIIT workout shit every single day. Or you don't want to do too less. We're just doing 20 minute walks every single day, which is cool, but you still will have to progressive overload that if you want to get to a leaner body fat percentage. But if you stick to this is good enough for sure. Okay, so you guys gotta stop falling for those lose 10 pounds in 5 days diets. Okay, they're bullshit, because they're just making you lose water weight and muscle. then you gain it all back. That's the problem. When guys say, oh, lose 10 pounds in 5 days. Like when I first started working out, I thought the same thing. Tell me, oh, I can lose weight in 5 days. Oh my gosh. No. Like you just gonna you can lose weight. Think about it. You can lose weight, water weight. You're not gonna lose fat. Your body composition isn't gonna change at all in 5 days. You know, in 5 months it will, but in 5 days your body composition is not gonna change at all. You know, so anybody telling you can lose 10 pounds in 5 days is they're just saying, yeah, you can lose 10 pounds of water weight in 5 days. That's it. That's it. You're not going to change your body, you're not going to change your mindset, nothing. All right? And you're not going to gain any type of muscle in 5 days. So it's no point. You know, so you just watch the scale, look at the scale every single day. That's the problem. That's the problem. A lot of guys you see overweight and fat, it's like they know the mindset to it. They want an easy fix. So they want something they can do quick, easy, fast. There's no quick, easy, fast way. It's only a comfortability for a longer period of time. How long can you stay in an uncomfortable position until you get to your goal? That's what you want to think. All right? So I'd rather eat in a moderate deficit for 90 days than do some extreme diet for two weeks and quit. The problem is, like, let's say a lot of guys do keto, or a lot of guys go vegetarian or vegan. Well, many guys can't stick to a plan like that for a little more than 2 weeks. Like it's like a full lifestyle transformation. Like those diets are so extreme, they're not meant to be used for a lifestyle purpose unless you're just really into that vegan or into vegetarian thing. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, but it's not sustainable for many people. So I'd rather you eat a balanced nutritional meals for 90 days, 3 months straight. You know, I would say you can have a cheat meal once a month, and that's it. I wouldn't do anything more than that. So 90 days straight, for 90 days straight, you're in a moderate deficit. And then I would say, okay, you can have a cheat meal once a month, and that's it. I would start there. I'd rather you do that than do like, oh, I'm doing 1 meal a day, or I'm doing low carb diet, I'm doing meat only. It's like, bro, keep it simple. Just keep it very, very simple for yourself so you don't burn out and so you don't lose motivation. That's the key. A lot of guys, they lose motivation so fast because they're doing these extreme burnout diets, and guess what? They're fucking starving themselves. They feel like shit at the night. The fucking dick can't get hard. They crash the testosterone to a point where they feel like shit. So you still gotta think about your hormones. Still gotta think about, you know, your lifestyle. Like what type of lifestyle do you want to live while doing these type of diets? Okay, that's the main problem. Okay, so it's simple. So you want to be as simple as possible. Track calories, lift weights, walk daily. It's easy. It's simple. It's that simple. All right. So it's just calories in versus calories out with some basic strength training. Like I said, you can literally go on ChatGPT and say, build me a 5-day-a-week strength training program for 90 days straight, and it'll build you one of the best programs ever for free, literally. But the simplicity of it is, are you going to track your calories every day? Will you be in the gym to lift those weights 5 days a week? You know, are you going to be able to get your steps in every single day? And then we'll talk about the sleep and you know, obviously get sleep. Make sure you get sleep. Make sure you're drinking your water. Make sure you're getting things like that in as well. That's also a factor as well. But even to the base level, are you tracking calories? Are you lifting weights intensity? And are you getting activity in? That's as simple as possible. Simple as possible. And most guys, why they fail is that they do one or two. So you got guys that'll walk daily, but they won't lift weights and they won't track the calories. You're not gonna make no progress. There's guys who will track calories, but they're in the gym, they bullshit, and they're not really going hard in the gym, they're not building muscle, so you're done. Like as soon as you miss one of the three, you're not gonna get anything done. You know, so you have to have all three locked in. It's like a triangle. You gotta have all three pyramids locked in: tracking calories, lifting weights, and walking daily. That's the only success I've seen with guys who were able to lose over 20 pounds, 30 pounds. Even for myself, I did all three every single day for 90 days. That's it. It's simple. Okay? So here's a full day of eating that I would normally do. So this is, let's be honest, it's boring. It's boring, but it's effective. Like, it's not luxury. It's not, oh, I'm gonna freaking do some amazing type of workouts. But like, I got blueberries right here. So my 4 days is boring, but it's effective. You know, I keep it super simple. So my breakfast literally was like, I would eat 2 eggs, two full eggs, 230 grams of egg whites, and 1 avocado. That will be my breakfast. Okay. For lunch, I would do like a 50 gram protein shake, like a pretty big protein size shake. And for dinner, I would have grilled chicken or ground turkey with rice or sweet potatoes with veggies. And that'll be my 3 meals I would eat during my cut. And some people will be like, oh, I can't eat that low. It's this, it's that. The problem is you guys don't know your macros. You guys don't know what works for your body. For my body, this was perfect. Because I was still able to get around 175 to 200 grams of protein in every single day with this meal split. Every single day. So you guys gotta understand your macros. For me, this is perfect for me to get lean and get 6-pack abs. Perfect. So it's another thing. You guys gotta figure out what you guys macros are. Then what you guys do, you stick to it every single day. Once you find out the perfect formula, you stick to it every single day. I've eaten the same meal for 4 to 5 months straight. The same fucking meal. 4 to 5 months straight, every single day. Did it get boring? Yes. Did I give up? No. Because it worked. It was effective and it worked. And once you guys get to a point where you guys get lean and start changing your body, changing your mindset, then you can start throwing in different foods and adding, cheat meals here or there, or like, getting it spiced up a bit. But if you guys want to get in the best shape possible, you guys must be boring. But it's going to be effective because the boring work wins. The boring work always wins. The problem is a lot of guys don't want to do the boring work. They want some quick, easy peel. This is why they got Ozempic. Ozempic is a quick, easy fix. I can take this shot in my fucking ass. I'm gonna lose 30 pounds in a month. I don't know. I'm gonna lose 30 pounds in 2 days. Like, that's what people are really expecting. Like, I'm gonna take this pill. I'm gonna take this goddamn pill. And I'm gonna be shredded by tomorrow. Yeah. That's not how it works, bro. That's not how it works. You're gonna go to bed hungry. This is what you expect. Go to bed hungry. Work your ass off in the gym. Be tired. Be focused. No alcohol. No drugs. Go to bed at 9, 10 at night. That's what you should expect. Like, all this bullshit pill and taking shots, bro, it's gonna harm you in the fucking end, let's be honest. A lot of people taking Ozempic is gonna be, in 5 or 10 years, they're gonna be looking back for a lawsuit. Trust me, it's crazy. It's crazy, bro. But that's another story. So, I'm gonna show you guys a step. So, step 1, you wanna find your daily calorie intake, okay? So you want to track everything you normally will eat for 3 to 5 days without changing anything. So before you guys get on some crazy diet, I want you guys to take the food you guys are eating now. So don't change nothing. Everything you're eating now, start tracking it for 3 to 5 days. Let's say you go to fucking McDonald's in the morning and get like a bacon, egg and cheese, coffee, oatmeal. Let's say you get that in the morning. Let's say for lunch you go and get Chipotle for lunch. And let's say you have some peanuts for snack and some M&Ms, and let's say for dinner you have, let's say your wife makes some salmon, potatoes, and asparagus. Let's say you have some ice cream for dinner. I want you just to use that same template you would normally eat and just track it and see how much calories that is. See how much protein, carbs, and fats you're getting in every single day with your normal meal. Like, it will blow your fucking mind how much you're eating. And you don't know how many calories you're eating. And it might not seem like much, but just track it and look for yourself. Okay, it's very, very shocking. So what you want to do is you want to take your maintenance calories and subtract it by 300 to 500. Okay, so obviously you want to go to get a calorie calculator and use something like this so you can answer your weight, height, age, gender, activity level. Something basic like this. They'll give you your maintenance calories. Or what I would do is I would ask ChatGPT. ChatGPT is really like an assistant. So you can literally ask ChatGPT, hey, I need my maintenance calories. I want to be around 300 to 500 under my maintenance. Here's my weight, here's my height, here's my age. You can enter all that into ChatGPT. Okay? And then what you want to do is you want to start there for 2 weeks and adjust it all for how your body responds. So once you get your maintenance calories, you want to subtract it by 300 to 500. And then start there for 2 weeks. Really, I would say a month. I want you to give it at least 30 days. So start there for a month. Don't change a thing. Stay on plan every single day. Like, don't miss a day. Track your food and hit your numbers every single day. Now, when you hit your numbers, it don't gotta be perfect. It could be around 5 to 10 or 20 or 5 to 10 off of the total number. But you want to be close to around that number every single day for 30 days, and then you can adjust of how your body responds. Some people are, some people it's harder for them to lose fat, so they might have to lower the calories a little bit more, or work out harder in the gym, or they might have to try to get more sleep or drink more water. So it's other variables that comes along with it, but this is a baseline to understand how your body responds. And let's say if you're a hard gainer, if it's hard for you to lose weight or lose fat, you can definitely lower your calories and just work out harder in the gym. Train a little bit more hard, train more intense. Like I said earlier, you want to have a strength training and muscle building type of training split. All right, and make sure you're getting sleep as well. Very, very important. Sleep and water. Very, very important. All right. So step 2. And a lot of guys get this wrong. Oh my! I see people in the store. I don't want to judge, 'cause everybody's different. But how to grocery shop effectively? And you can see people's carts, bro. Oils, ice cream, sodas. It's like, bro, you eating that? I don't want to judge. I'm like, bro, you eating that shit? I could never. It's like you wanna make sure you aim to get lean proteins first. Okay, so things like chicken breast, ground turkey, Greek yogurt, eggs, egg whites. You wanna shop for your proteins first. I would definitely have enough protein that will last me. I shop every week, so for the week. All right, but you want to prioritize proteins first. Okay. Next, you want to prioritize your vegetables. Many people don't have vegetables. Many people don't buy vegetables at all. So like spinach, broccoli, cauliflower, zucchini, and fruits too, like your berries. And it helps you pretty much eat a massive volume of greens without pretty much adding calories to your plate. So you can have a freaking salad with your chicken breast, and you literally will have a great meal. Because your vegetables and greens, they substitute the calories you would be eating in those heavy carb foods. So I want you to limit the amount of calories and the amount of carbs and snacks you're eating, and up the veggies. You want to have at least, I would say, 3 to 4 different veggies you can have into your diet at a time. Okay, very, very important. And next is you want to stick to single ingredient foods you don't need to guess calories on. All right, you want to get the foods so you don't have to guess the calories on that shit. All right, so like I said, even things like even eating meals like stir fry. Like stir fry is good, but like stir fry, chili, like things that's like in combination, you want to kind of stay away from that in the beginning, because you don't really know how many calories you're eating. All the foods in the middle of the grocery store, the packaged foods, stay away from that shit. Alright, stick to the ends. Stick to the ends. And you want to stick to whole foods. Very, very important. Whole foods, right? You want to try your best to get only whole foods. Like I said, the packaged foods, the chips, the fucking Pop-Tarts, all that shit in the beginning, you want to stay away from it, because it's so easy to indulge and go back into bad habits. Okay, so you want to stick to only whole foods, single ingredient foods. Okay, it's going to teach you guys to pick up the food and look on the back of it. Like, pick up the food, look at the nutrition facts, and see the ingredients. If it's more than like 5 or 6 ingredients, then more than likely you shouldn't consume it right now. It's not. I mean, of course, some foods can have a lot of ingredients, obviously, but you want to stay away from it as much as possible. Okay, and on the back, you also see the calories, the protein, the carbs, and the fat. So I do this for every single food I have. I do it all the time, I can trust you. Nobody's really doing this. Nobody is picking up food and looking at the back of it, reading the nutrition facts. Nobody's doing that shit, because they're lazy, or they just don't know. So it's either two: you're lazy or you don't know. And, so you want to be able to understand what foods you eat, what foods you need. So when you go in, you can just I'm gonna get my usual every single time. So then it becomes easier. But in the beginning, it's definitely a learning process for sure. Okay. So step number 3. This is my full workout routine. Pretty simple. It's 4 to 5 times a week, focusing on compound movements. Like I said earlier, I did a power building split. So I would focus on strength training for the first exercise, the first 2, strength training. For the last 4, I'm focused on building muscle. All right. So I focus on compound movement. Then I go to my aesthetic side. Okay. Trust me, it helped me put on a lot of muscle fast, and I built a lot of strength. Okay, so this is what you guys should be training like. You guys shouldn't be doing the same weight over and over again for a month. You guys need to be progressive overloading. Okay, and here's a secret. A lot of guys they train a body part once a week. You want to be able to train each muscle group twice per week. This is why we work out 4 to 5 times a week, because we want to be able to train our legs twice, upper body twice, our back twice. So we want to be able to get twice as much amount of work in per week. Okay, this is going to help you progress faster. It's going to help you add more volume over a longer amount of time. Compared to somebody who's hitting the gym, hitting each body part 1 time a week, compared to you hitting it twice a week, and let's be honest, you're going to progress twice as fast, probably even 5 times as fast as somebody who just hits it 1 time a week. Because more than likely, if they're hitting it 1 time a week, they're going to the gym, they might miss a couple sessions, the diet might be off. Like, it's certain other things that's gonna cause you to fail. But if you're locked in, hitting each body part 2 times a week, you're going to the gym consistently for months and months and months on end. You're getting nutrition in, your sleep, your water. You're gonna progress damn near 5 times as fast as somebody who's doing it 1 time a week or just doing like a full body day every other day. So that's the problem. Okay. Like I said, you're going to progressive overload every single week. So every single week you should be getting stronger. And then every 4th week you should be taking a deload. So every week you want to add, let's say, a variable. So you can add more reps, you can add more weight, add more sets, you can add like tempos, pauses, you can superset it. It's so much stuff you can do. It's more advanced. But you want to be able to progressive overload every single week. I might make another video on this on how to, or like the advanced side of it. I'm pretty sure I already have videos on my channel about this. But yeah, you want to be able to kind of progressive overload yourself every single week to give your body a new stimulus. Okay? And more of a mindset approach. You want to stay off your phone as much as possible and lock in. Like when you're in the gym, you want to kind of just, that should be like your therapy session. That should be that should be like the hyperbolic time chamber for all my DBZ fans. That should be like the hyperbolic time chamber. Goku and Gohan did not have no damn phone in it. They was training every single day. This is why they made so much progress in, what was it, 7 months or 7 weeks, something like that. They made 7 years of progress in 7 weeks. That can be you. You can make damn near 7 years of progress in 7 weeks. Not really, but as far as your mindset, far as you locking in, and really focusing on your body. You can literally make crazy progress in 7 to 14 weeks if you stay off your phone and treat the gym like a training ground. Obviously you can be social, cool, but you want to get your shit done and really push yourself at every single session. Like every single session should be like a video game. Like you should be going there trying to get XP. You should be able to go in there and try to work on a skill every single session. The reason guys don't lock in the gym is because they treat the gym like it's like a gym, it's fine. I'm just gonna get a workout in. It's no big deal. Like you should treat it like a fucking training session, like a battleground. I'm trying to get better. Like I'm in here trying to get better. I'm trying to build my traps. I'm trying to build my abs. I'm trying to build my cardio. You should be able to lock in and get in that mindset of like, okay, I'm going to fucking war today. I'm going to fucking war. I'm going to work on this, and this, and lock in today. This is what you guys need to do. A lot of people don't do this. They go into the gym, lollygagging, bullshit, looking at ass. Like, come on, lock the fuck in. Lock the fuck in. A lot of guys are fat and lazy because they in the gym bullshitting around. Alright? So, next, step 4 is daily activity level. So you want to aim for 8 to 10 steps, 8 to 10K steps daily outside of your workouts. So outside of like your cardio or workouts, you want to definitely get like 10K steps a day on average. Alright? This is going to help you passively burn fat over a longer period of time. Okay, so like I said, a lot of guys, it all depends on your body type too. I believe in body type, so the more steps you take, obviously you'll be able to burn more passive fat loss. But a lot of guys can burn fat at 5K. A lot of guys can burn fat at, but can't burn fat at 10K. They might do 15K. So it's all about where you are. But the standard is 10K should be everybody's baseline step limit that they should do over a long period of time to see their body change over a longer period of time. Okay, and to help you burn more calories, passively. So like I like to do is I like to take 10 to 15 minute walks after each meal. So I would eat a meal and go for a little walk. A post digestion walk. Do something, do like stretch, do some movement. I don't want to just eat a meal and sit on my ass like, oh fuck, I had a meal. I'm gonna watch the TV. Like no, I want to have a meal. I want to get up, stretch. Even if I don't go outside, get up, stretch my legs out, stretch my arms out. Just kind of get my blood flowing. And a lot of guys don't even do that. That's the least you can do. So you want to find excuses to move more throughout the day. Like if you go to the grocery store, you want to park far so you can walk more steps. You don't want to be in a wheelchair at 60 years old. You can't fucking walk no more. And you're like, damn, I should have took my steps more serious. I should have took walking more. I should have took health more. You don't want to be that guy. Because when you're old and your body's falling apart, you feel like shit, you can't walk, you're going to be angry at the world. You're going to be angry because you can't use your fucking legs no more. You can't use your fucking dick no more. Alright? This is why taking steps every single day like this is small, but it's important. Because, think about it, if you eat on your ass all day, every day, on your fucking ass, when you get older, guess what? You're going to be used to being on your fucking ass. So your body isn't going to understand, oh, now we active now. At 50, 60, it's too late. You gotta build these habits now, so you're not in a fucking wheelchair at 65, 70 years old. You want to be able to keep being able to get around and be moving, okay? So you won't be fucking angry at the fucking world, all right? So find more excuses to move throughout the day. If your girl went to the elevator every single time, take the stairs once in a while. If you wanna get up in the morning before your work, go for a walk. Go for a walk. On your breaks, go for a walk. You don't gotta sit at the desk all day. Get up and go for a 15-minute walk. Most guys aren't gonna do this. This is why you're gonna win and other guys are gonna lose. Right? Very simple. So, step 5. These are the things people forget. Okay? This is simple, but people forget this. Sleep 7 to 8 hours every single night. Okay? Your body does need sleep. Even if you do wake up early, 4:30, 5 o'clock, that's important. That's very, very important. So what does that mean? That means you gotta be in bed earlier to wake up early. If you do want to wake up early. So your body literally burns fat and builds muscle while you're sleeping. Many guys say, let me do some cardio to lose weight, burn fat. I'm losing cardio to burn fat. I'm gonna hit this hard workout. I'm gonna build muscle while I'm working out. I got a crazy pump. And then 30 minutes later, that pump is gone. The muscle's gone. You've broken down the muscle. So the only way you can build that muscle back is by recovering, it's by sleeping, it's by getting your rest. Right? Same thing with burning fat. You have to rest. You don't burn fat while you're doing exercise. You're burning fat at night. Your body produces chemicals to help you burn fat and build muscle while you're recovering and sleeping. This is why sleeping is the number 1 drug in the world. Sleep. Literally. Like your body produces DMT when you dream. DMT is a drug. This is why when you are on your fitness journey seriously and when you get to sleep, you're gonna have some fucking amazing dreams. When you're eating right and drinking your water, your brain is gonna be firing like a genius at night. Trust me, But this only happens if you're getting 7 to 8 hours of sleep and you're focusing on your deep sleep and the REM sleep. Alright, this is why 7 to 8 hours is mandatory. Okay? Also with that, you want to have at least a half a gallon or a gallon of water every single day, daily, to replenish those muscles. And it will help you burn fat, because your body is made up of over 85% of water. So your body is nothing but water. Your body is nothing but fluid. That's all your body is. All right. So you can pretty much, I know for me, like normally, anytime I drink a lot of water the night before or the day before, I wake up the next day feeling lighter, feeling leaner. I never drank a gallon of water and woke up the next day feeling like heavier. Never. Always felt lighter, always felt leaner, always felt like I had more energy. I just always felt better every time I did it, So water is key, okay? Definitely electrolytes as well, okay? So next, you're gonna take progress photos and body measurements every single week. So every single week, you should be taking a progress photo. Nobody's doing this alone. You should be doing this if you have goals, okay? So the reason why people quit is because they don't see their progress. You can't, you're not going to look into the mirror every morning and think about the and visualize oh, how did I look yesterday? I mean, I look better yesterday. I look better or not. I don't. You wouldn't know. You wouldn't know how you looked from 3 months ago on June 18th, 2025 because why? You don't have that shit tracked. So your mind can't think that far to see the details in your body. But if you had a picture of how you looked June 19th, you can see exactly how you look compared to how you look now in September. So it's all about tracking progress and tracking data. That's all you're doing. You're just tracking progress and tracking data. So if you have progress pictures and your weight measured every single week, you know exactly how much you weighed and what your body looks like. So what I do with my clients, we take a front picture, side picture, and a back picture to get all angles of your physique. So you're not guessing like, oh, how do I look? I look better than two months ago. I look worse than 2 months ago. You wouldn't know because your brain doesn't think that far in that straight great of a detail. You know, so having pictures will save you so much headache and time and stress. Because a lot of guys give up because they're stressed out. They don't think they're making progress. In reality, if you're locked in on what you have to do every single day, you're gonna make progress. But if you don't see it, you're gonna be like, this shit not working. Fuck it. I'm gonna just keep doing my bad habits. This shit ain't working. That's why a lot of guys quit. They're not patient enough, and they don't see the results. So what's the point of them still doing it? Okay. And next, you want to actually rest on your rest days. You want to be able to chill out on your rest days, like not go to the gym. Go for brisk walks. Try to keep your body light. Try to get more rest. Try to get more of that water in on your rest days so you can actually recover. Alright? Rest days are rest days for a reason. Right? If on your rest days you're hella stressed and panicking and gotta do this, that, life happens, but you still want to be able to prioritize your nutrition and rest. Alright? So you shouldn't slack off on your nutrition when you don't work out. Let's say it's a Sunday and your rest day is a Sunday. Your nutrition should be able to stay the same. You shouldn't start eating like shit when you don't work out or on Sunday. No. Your routine should be the same. What you eat should be the same. How much water you drink should be the same. Your sleep should be the same. All of that should be the same because when Monday happens, you're going to be more prepped and primed for that workout. Your body's going to be rested. Your mind's going to be rested. And guess what? You're going to Monday, head of steam. You're going to be locked in and full on board. Right, so that's what you guys want to do is actually rest and recover and rejuvenate on your rest days, okay? People forget that. They want to go bust the wall, okay? So, my starting point, how I adjust. So, I'm going to show you guys where I started from. So, I started at 155 in 2,300 calories, and I rode that wave until I hit like 147. So, I started at 155. You can see, I'm like, let's be honest, 19% body fat. I'm not looking that great. I'm not looking muscular. I'm not looking lean. I'm looking like the average guy. And I turned that into, I damn near lost, what's that, 8 pounds? Into 8 pounds as far as weight. But look how much fat I lost. Like, look how much fat around midsection that I lost. You know, so I rode this wave to just lose 8 pounds. But my body composition drastically changed. Like, my body composition did a full on 180. Like, I literally look skinny fat in the first picture. To the next picture, I look fucking, I got an 8-pack. I look insane. I look shredded. Like, my abs are all the way into my damn my fucking chest. It looks insane. And the same technique I'm teaching you guys in this video is what I did. So, also, once I plateaued at 147, and again at 143, I dropped my calories by 150 to 200 each time. So I didn't keep my same calories 2,300 all the way around. Remember, 2,300 for a month, I will adjust, review, change. Okay, I will go down. Do the same thing. Test, review, change. If I'm still dropping weight, or I'm dropping weight slower, or nothing's moving, I adjust. Every 4 weeks, I adjust. All the way till I start hitting 143. In this picture, you see me at 143. So this is around 12 pounds. 12 pounds I lost. Alright, and I look insane. My body composition look insane. And this is patience. This is all just taking my time and patience over a span of 3 to 4 months. This will be you if you follow the same system. Okay? Remember, I'm extreme. I had to get in shape. I had to get lean. I had so much pain I was going through at the time. I had to get in shape. I had some people hating me, doubting me. looking down on me. I had to prove to myself that I can do this shit. All right, so that was mainly my factor too. That I had to prove a lot of people wrong, even myself. All right, but the one thing I never touched was my protein intake. That's number one. The number one thing you do not want to touch is protein intake. I kept my protein the same all the time. I think around this time it was like from 180 to 200 every single day. I was eating 180 grams of protein to 200 grams of protein every single day. I didn't touch it. I didn't change it. What I would do is I would manipulate my carbs and fats. I would manipulate carbs and fats. That's the only two macros I would manipulate. Other than that, everything else stays the same. Alright? So when you do that, think about it. When your protein is high and you're cutting heavy like that, you're going to be able to keep on more muscle. Like if I dropped my protein intake, my muscle would have dropped with it. My muscle wouldn't have been as dense. It wouldn't have looked as full. It would have kind of looked like, okay. But when I keep my protein intake the same, I was able to maintain my muscle. And damn near even build some muscle at some points. So you want to keep protein intake the same all across the board. Don't change it unless it's drastic, unless you must change it. But I wouldn't touch it at all. I would stay away from touching that for sure. Okay? So, here's the truth about cheat meals. So, one cheat meal can literally undo 3 to 4 days of progress. Alright? So, let's say Saturday, we have a cheat meal. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Alright? So, it's going to take you until Thursday until you're back on track. So, one cheat meal on Saturday will fuck you for 4 days. And then it's Thursday, guess what? I'm back on track. Thursday, Friday, oh fuck, I cheat meal. You see that? You can never get back on track. You can never have, this is why I say you need 30 days in a row. Because guess what? One cheat meal is going to mess up your whole entire week of progress. And then guess what? Saturdays come around every single time. The weekend comes around every single time. People cheat the most on weekends. When they don't have to go to work, they probably up late, they are partying, they're sleeping in. People fall off all the time during weekends. And not knowing that it's going to take you 3 to 4 days to catch back up. And by the time you catch back up, it's Thursday. Guess what? Oh, it's Friday. Let me just have a pizza. Let me go up with the guys, get alcohol, get a drink. Like that's what happens. And it's simple. And this is why people say, oh, why can't I eat what I want? Why can't I do what I want? You can do whatever you want to do. And this is why people stay the same, because they do whatever they want to do. They don't follow a system or path that's been working. That's been working for years and years and years. All it takes is a little bit of sacrifice. All it takes is even going out and not drinking. Like, why can't you just have a Diet Coke and go out? Like, finding alternative ways to hit your goals and still enjoy your life. Like, you can still go out with the guys and have a Diet Coke. There's nothing wrong with that. But you don't have to go out and say, oh, I'm going to go out and just drink. I mean, you got to learn to say no. You got to learn to say, like, yeah, I'll go out with you guys, but I'm not going to drink. I'm going to have a little Diet Coke. And yeah, they might give you shit for it, but we got true friends that understand you. So most of the time, you guys don't have true friends in your corner. Most of your friends are like, nah, man, have a drink, man, come on, let loose. It's like, bro, you gotta think for yourself, like, bro, is this really worth it, bro? Like, I got goals, I got aspiration. I want to really lock in. Like, I don't want to succumb to peer pressure. I mean, subtle peer pressure. It's like, bro, fuck it, fuck it. Most guys say, fuck it, I'm gonna have a drink. And that's what separates guys from who are in shape and not in shape. It's by saying yes and no. You must be able to say no. No, no, no. Get it in your fucking head. No, I'm not going to drink alcohol. No, I'm not going to have a cheat meal. No, I'm gonna get in bed early and wake up and lock in every single day. Okay? So instead of cheat meals, I want you to build treats into your daily calories. So to stay on track and still enjoy yourself. So this is more advanced. I would say after the 30-day period, I would definitely start to add in treats into your daily calories, to where you can eat the food you enjoy, but they fit into your macro. They fit into your daily macro, so you're not going over your calories, you're not going over your fats, you're not going over your carbs. You're right around the same side. But the problem is, remember, all calories aren't made the same. So having ice cream instead of sweet potatoes, it's gonna fuck your body up. Like, just like carbs is carbs, but not all carbs are made the same. Just because it says carbs on the paper doesn't mean it's all made the same. Remember, we want to stick to whole food. So you having 200 grams of 200 grams of ice cream versus 200 grams of sweet potatoes. Even though yes, it's carbs, it's very two different type of carbs. You know, so you want to be very mindful of that. And this is why I say you want to build your treats into your daily calories after 30 days because you want to still build those good habits. Cheat meals are only like once you can advance once a week, but for you guys, once a month, like once a month, so where you can fit it in and get back on track immediately. Cause it's easy to eat some bullshit and just say, I'm gonna have a part tart. Okay, I'm gonna get a drink. Okay, I'm gonna have a milkshake. It's so easy to do that and get back into it. I'm gonna have some pancakes. It's so easy. So you guys wanna really mentally reframe yourself to having a quote unquote cheat meal once a month. You know, until you get to the advanced portion of the body you want, then you can start being more flexible. But in the beginning, it's uncomfortable, like I said. Okay? So how to stay consistent? So 90% consistency beats 100% perfection every single time. Alright? If you're perfect for a week, if you're on your macros, your nutrition, your diet, your sleep, everything for a week straight perfectly, and the next week you fall off, and you stop, and you skip days in the gym, and eat bullshit, who do you think's gonna win? That guy or the guy who, you know, he might have been on his nutrition 80% of the time, he might have missed it one day but stayed on track, he might have, went to sleep later, he might have missed one day of workouts, but he does it for 6 months or a year straight, even though it's not perfect, he's done it for a longer period of time, he stays consistent for a long period of time, or the guy who's always, every week he's 100% on mark, and he falls off for 2 weeks, he stops for 2 weeks. Then he gets back on track, he stops. He gets back on track, he stops. Why? I've been the guy who's been perfection. I've been the guy who had the perfection mindset. Trust me, when I first started, I was like, I gotta get up and go to the gym at 5 a.m. I gotta work out at 5 a.m. Perfect. I'm gonna come home, have breakfast, boom, I'm gonna have lunch. It's like, bro, it doesn't work like that. Something's gonna, it's gonna be a day where you're gonna feel like shit. And you might be stuck in traffic, you might get hit the gym power might go out. Like, you never know what can happen. Like, your car might not start in the morning, so you gotta get a jump, or anything can throw it off. But the thing separates guys who are successful and the guys who are not successful is what are you gonna do tomorrow? That's the key. If Monday goes bad, how are you gonna treat your to Tuesday? If Tuesday goes bad, how are you gonna treat Thursday? How you gonna treat Wednesday? So the key is you want to maintain consistency every single day, no matter if it's a good day or bad day. You want to have that same approach mindset every single day. Don't try to go in and be perfect. I gotta wake up at this time. Oh well, you should wake up at a certain time. But if you don't wake up at 5 o'clock and wake up at 5:30, 5:45, that shouldn't throw you off. That shouldn't ruin your fucking day. You still want to be able to hit your goals that day. And even if you don't, you still got Tuesday, you still got Wednesday, you still got Thursday. So you still want to hit your goals to the best of your abilities. But if you don't, you still want to stay consistent because you still got tomorrow coming up that you have to lock in on. Okay? So you want to stop waiting for motivation and start building systems instead. Okay? So for me, I meal prepped on Sundays whether I felt like it or not. Every single Sunday. So I didn't rely on motivation to say, I feel like meal prepping on Friday, I have nothing to do, I'm going to meal prep. No, I'm meal prep on Sunday because I have a system to where, I'm meal prep on Sunday, go to the store on Saturday, meal prep on Sunday, and have my food out for an entire week. Even if I felt like it or not, I still made it a system to where I'm going to, meal prep on Sundays. For you guys, you might say, I'm going to work out Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. That's the system. Even if you don't want to go to the gym on Tuesday, you have to, because guess what? It's a system. It's something you set your standards to. Even if it's not an amazing, crazy, great workout like you normally would have, you want to get some type of work in on Tuesday. Right? That's the key. Consistency over perfection. Okay. Next is you want to plan for the bad days before they happen. Bad days will come up. What's important is how you're going to bounce back from the bad days. When the bad days do come up, how are you going to plan for them? Are you going to bitch out, stay in bed all day, or are you going to get up and keep going and keep locking in? All right. I have so many times when things not go my way. Even recording some videos, sometimes my camera would die. I'll have a memory card. I'll have to save some space. That sometimes when you want to do the right things, life just throws a lot of bullshit at you. Hey, this happened, that happened, this happened, that happened. But guess what? You still got to get up and get it done. So no matter how you feel, you got to understand that yes, the bad days will happen. I will not feel great every single day, but you still got to get it done. Even if you do have a bad day, find a ritual you can go back to. Maybe it's reading your Bible. Maybe it's doing some push-ups. Maybe it's having an hour of just relaxation time. You want to be able to bounce back from the days you feel like shit and say, okay, if I feel like shit this day, I'm going to do this to feel better and come back on it. Alright, so you want to be able to plan for that. Okay? For example, I can't go to the gym this day. Oh, it's crazy. I'm going to do a home workout. I'm going to plan for the worst. Hope for the best. Okay? Very important. Next is you want to focus on weekly averages, not daily perfectionism. Alright? So remember, like I said, you want to focus on your progress going week by week by week, month by month by month, not day by day by day. Because you can have a perfect day on Monday, and Tuesday you fall off, and you fuck off, and you just do bullshit. And guess what? Normally when you do bullshit, you're going to keep doing bullshit for the next day, and next day, and next day, because it's easier. It's easier to slack off. It's hard to stay consistent. It's hard to be consistent with your habits, your routine, your systems, if you're not already doing them. It's like you're going to build up momentum every single day. So instead of focusing on being perfect every single day, focus on hitting your goals every single day, no matter how you hit them. Hit your goals, because that's going to build you momentum. So instead of being perfect every single day, check a box every single week. Check a box every single month. It's gonna add up over time. Every single time it's gonna add up. So get out that perfection mindset, because a lot of guys are in perfection, and many guys aren't even perfectionism. They just want it done their way. They just want everything done their way. That's not how it works. Sometimes you're gonna have the universe is gonna be able to say, hey, not today. Today's not your day. You still gotta find a way of how to do at least what you need to do. Even when the world says it's not your day today, man. You still gotta find a way, right? Whether that is, you don't have no food at home, so you gotta run and get a quick Chipotle bowl. Okay, there's nothing wrong with that. So you get something that you know you can have. Chicken, you double chicken, either do rice or no rice, do veggies. Like, there's so much you can do. There's no excuses why you can't stay on track, even when things don't go your way, even when you're not perfect. All right. So I want you to keep that in mind as well. Okay. So here's some bad habits you need to avoid. Okay. So don't cut your calories super aggressively, thinking they'll be faster. Think about it. When you cut your calories, all you're doing is taking your testosterone and taking your hormones. All right. It's gonna make you perform worse. Your testosterone's gonna drop. Your mental your mindset's gonna drop. Like, a lot of things are gonna drop when you cut calories super aggressively. Let's say you're at 2,000, you go to 1,000. Like, that's a drastic cut. You're gonna feel like shit. All right. It's not gonna help you make more progress. It's gonna really harm you, and really you're gonna start off on the left foot anyway, because you're gonna fold. Because you can't sustain 1,000 calories, being in a 1,000 calorie deficit for more than 3 days without crashing. So you gotta really think sustainability over quick fixes. You want to be more sustainable over a long period of time. All right, a lot of guys tell me all the time. It's like, well, how long you been doing this, man? Oh, I've been doing it for 2 weeks. I'm like, bro, don't you want to at least get to 2 months first? I'm like, yeah, do 2 months straight, then let me know how it goes. Like, boy, 2 weeks ain't shit. It's 2 weeks. You really don't know what your body can handle unless you get through it for at least 2 months, at least 2 to 3 months. All right. So remember, consistent sustainability over quick fixes. Okay. Next, you're gonna stop doing hours of cardio because some influencer says cardio burns fat. Cardio isn't going to be the end all be all, and just doing a lot of cardio isn't going to fix it. Cardio does help. Let me talk about something in the video. But more than anything, it's your nutrition, and you want to prioritize building muscle. Cardio is the third or fourth thing on the list. Really, after sleep, it's cardio. After water, it's cardio. Like, cardio is going to help you, but it's not the end all be all. You still want to have your nutrition locked in, and you still want to train for building muscle and strength. That's what you really want to reframe your mindset into. Okay. Next is you don't want to weigh yourself every single day in the beginning. Like it is sometimes where you do. Let's say if you have a coach, your coach is probably going to weigh you every single day just to get data points. But you should weigh yourself every single week. Like I said, weigh yourself every single week and take a progress picture every single week so you can see the data week by week by week. It's much more easier to handle that than to try to weigh yourself every single day. So that's definitely what I would go for. Have a self-accountability weekly check-in for yourself every single Sunday. Because weighing yourself every single day is going to cause a lot of mindset problems, a lot of second guessing, a lot of second thoughts. You're going to start changing little things in your life. You don't want to do that, okay? And next, last but not least, you want to avoid to change everything all at once, okay? So stop making these crazy big changes. Like, I had a client one time, and one of the biggest things he did, and it was like when he was going through trouble like in his relationship, he would change things in his personal life too. So let's say him and his girl would have an argument or something would happen, he would start going to the gym more. I'd be like, bro, you probably go to the gym 4 days a week, and this is your calories. He would cut his calories, go to the gym six times a week, and try to do so much stuff. So I'm like, you're changing too much at one time. This is not sustainable. You feel this way because you're emotional. You want to cut down on emotions and really get to the system, get to what you do every single day. Now, I'm not going to blame him because it's human nature thing. This is why he had a coach. But many guys, like think about it. Many guys outside of your fitness life can affect you. Like say the work struggles. You guys have children, relationships, family. All this stuff will literally changes in those other areas, your personal areas, will lead you to kind of changing the things in fitness and health and what you eat. You ever heard of stress eating, emotional eating? If somebody got fired from their job or somebody had a stressful day at work, they're going to go to for comfort. And the number one thing people drive comfort in is either pornography or food. So people go to those two things to get comfort back into their lives. All right. So you want to remain stable on your systems. This is why you have systems so you can remain stable and remain locked in. So you don't want to change all this stuff at once just because you had a bad day or you don't see results fast enough or you felt like shit or you felt fat. Like no, stick to the plan, stick to the system. Okay. 3 to 4 months at a time. Okay. So what to do after you have a bad day? So these are the questions you might ask yourself when you have a bad day. Did I ruin everything? Should I skip meals tomorrow to make up for it? Do I need to do extra cardio to burn it off? Or should I just start over on Monday? The answer is no. Answer is always no. Anytime you try to justify yourself, oh, should I do this, should I do that? The answer is no. The best answer you have is to, what program do you have? Just follow it. Even if you have a bad day, what does it say you have to do on Wednesday? Alright? Do it. What does it say you have to do on Thursday? Alright? Do it. Just do what the program says every single day to your best of your abilities. Don't worry about what you did yesterday. Don't worry about what you did last week. Just follow the plan that you have every single day. Because you should have a pre-made plan every single day. This is why when you have a bad day, the best thing you can do next is to follow the plan for the next day. Is get back on plan as fast as possible. That's it. That's the only solution. Is, oh, I had a bad day. Okay, fine. You had a bad Monday. We got Tuesday. Let's handle Tuesday. Let's focus on Tuesday. So that's the best thing you guys can do after a bad day is to get back on program, exactly what it says, and let's try to knock that day out. So take it one day at a time. I don't know how many times I've had guys, man, ask me this, to have one bad day, or they overslept a day, or they didn't get the meals in. Like, oh, Randy, what do I do, man? Do I have to do more cardio? Do I have to stay in the gym more? Should I replace the day with this day? And no, it's fine. Like, if you fucked up on Tuesday, and Wednesday's your rest day, bro, just rest on Wednesday. And then Thursday, we'll get back on. We'll get back to it. Like, it's simple. Because think about it. We're trying to plan for months of progress. Like these 2 days here aren't going to harm our 6 to 8 months of progress we're going to build over time. So let's stay on the plan to have more of a long-term outlook on things. All right, have a long-term outlook on your plan. Okay, so here's the mistakes to avoid, part 2. Okay? So, first, you gotta stop skipping out of sleep. Like I said, 7 to 8 hours of sleep is very important. Also, what's your mindset, man? You get a lot of thoughts done in your sleep. You get a lot of, like, how do I say this? More reevaluations done when you're sleeping. You can think more, have a clear mind. You wake up with a clear mind. You wake up with a purpose to crush the day when you have enough sleep. You wake up refreshed. Your mind's at ease. You kind of can get ahead of the day. Okay? That's one. Next is, you want to quit comparing your week 2 to somebody else's after photos. Okay? So stop comparing yourself to other people. Simple. If you're on Instagram, you see a guy who's jacked, who has 6-pack abs, who has muscle, bro, he's been working out for 5, 6 years, 10 years probably. Bro, you're just on week 2. You just started your journey. And don't compare somebody's transformation to your transformation. Everybody's body is different. So you have to stop comparing yourself to others on social media and stop looking at, these quick fixes and find something you can stick to that you resonate with, you can stick to for a longer period of time. Something that you can do for a long period of time. Stop looking at everybody else's progress, alright? Next, don't expect the scale to drop every single week, alright? The scale will not drop every single week. I mean, in a perfect world, yes, we want the scale to drop every single week if we're losing weight. But if it stays the same for a week or so, it's fine. Remember, we are trying to do 6 months of progress. So we got 24 weeks to kind of look at. So 1 or 2 bad weeks isn't going to harm anything. It's fine. Long term. Have a long-term approach, okay? Stop thinking more is better with everything. More is not always better. More working out is not better. More cardio is not better. More fucking salt, whatever. More is not always better. Sometimes the less is more. Sometimes you want to have a rest day. Sometimes you want to, not overdo it with cardio. Sometimes more isn't better. Sometimes the more efficient you can be is better. Be efficient with what you can do. That's important. So next is quit believing you need to cut out every food you enjoy. Remember, for the first 30 days, it's a feeling process. That's a month. That's 1 month out of 12 that you have to kind of figure out what you need to do. After that, we can start slowly adding food that you enjoy back into your diet. And many times, guys, your foods you enjoy are, let's say, chicken, beef, steak, like stuff like that. But you gotta find a way to have enough of it so we can hit your goals, enjoy it, and still be able to hit your goals. Some guys overindulge. Some guys want to cut out food too early, and guess what? They go back to binge eating. They feel terrible. They feel horrible. You don't have to cut out the food you enjoy forever. It's just for a month. You cut out the junk food, the bullshit food, the cheat meals, and then you can slowly start adding it back in week by week by week. Okay? So next is, don't think you failed just because you're not seeing daily changes. Remember, the daily changes don't mean nothing. The daily changes is just checking the box. Did I work out today? Yes. Did I hit my macros today? Yes. That's it. Did I sleep 7, 8 hours today? Yes. All you're doing daily is just checking the boxes. Checking the boxes. So why? Every single week, every single month, you can look back on the days and say, okay, I did this right, I did this wrong, I did this right. You can kind of just see what boxes you checked. Just because you have a bad day doesn't mean you failed. You just had a bad day. It happens to the best of us. Everybody has bad days. Alright? Failing is not doing nothing. That's failing. When you fail, you quit. You quit, you fail. Alright? So remember, daily changes are just checking the box. That's your changes. You check the box. Boom, check, check, check. Check the box enough, you're going to see changes. Okay? So, how to deal with hunger. So, this is how you deal with hunger if you're cutting. Eat your protein first at every meal. So your protein is priority. So eat your protein, around first, pretty much. Have your protein as priority number 1. All right. A lot of guys, they will have these overload in carbs, and what happens is when you eat carbs first, carbs do not make you full. Protein is going to make you full. Remember, after a steak, you're going to be full. You're not going to want to eat. You're going to be full and too full to eat. Right? If you have a fucking cake before your steak, guess what? You're gonna crave that steak even more, and then even crave more carbs. So you gotta think about it. You want to have your steak first, protein first, to fill up that hunger belly. Okay. Next is you want to load up on massive salads and veggies first. So with your protein, you want to have salads and veggies. So you want to have veggies and protein together. Eat it in combination. So you don't crave those carbs. You don't crave those fast foods. You don't crave those fatty foods, those sugars, those junk foods. Okay, this is very, very key. And alongside with that, you don't want to drink your calories. All right, you gotta stop drinking liquid calories. Very, very important. Okay. Next is if you're hungry, you want to drink a full glass of water and wait 10 minutes before eating. So many times you guys are not hungry. You guys are just thirsty. You guys are dehydrated. Got my water right here. You guys are dehydrated. All right. Dehydration causes you to be hungry. And sometimes you just need to drink some water, bro. Drink some water. You know, wait it out and see if you're still hungry. 9 times out of 10, that water's gonna be fine, cause you were just dehydrated. You wasn't hungry. Okay. Next, you want to take advantage of 0-calorie flavoring. So one of the best flavorings I get from all these 0 calories, 0 sugars. It's like a little peach tea mix. It's pretty good. I put it in some of my water sometimes. If I'm craving, I put it inside my water. I have a 0 calories, 0 sugar Coca-Cola. I'll have that sometimes. If I'm craving heavy, I'll have that. And that saves me a lot of heartache and hunger, for sure. And having things like that, man, will help you out as far as hunger and really your cravings. Because you're gonna crave, you're gonna be hungry, you gotta suck it up. You gotta deal with it, man. This is what you ask for, right? 10% body fat or less. So this is what you get. Okay? So how to lose that stubborn belly fat. So you gotta accept that belly fat comes off last for most people. Okay? Belly fat's gonna come off last for you. Last. Okay? It's the last to go. Right? So you got literally fat to lose everywhere. Your face, you know, your back, your legs. But for most people, belly fat comes off last. I know for me, for sure. Right, so you want to focus on getting your overall body fat down to 12% to 15%. That's a staple. Right, so aim for 12 to 15%. If you're at 18%, you don't have that far to go. If you're at 25%, you got some work to do. Okay, but from 12 to 15%, every man should be 12 to 15% for a healthy body fat range. Okay. Next, you want to keep lifting heavy and building muscle in your back and shoulders. You want to have an aesthetic physique. A big back, broad shoulders, slim waist. That's what you guys should be. That's what every man should be aiming for if they can get lean enough. All right, with broad shoulders, a big back, and an aesthetic lean waist. All right, this is going to give you guys that V-taper look, and you guys know already. You know, women love that. You whip your girl, she's going to love you more. She's going to rub in your body. She's going to rub in your abs. She's going to feel good. All right? Next, she's going to love it, man. You're going to feel confident. Guess what? You're going to want to keep going. You're going to want to keep it going. Okay? So, trust the process, guys. The process is a month by month process, week by week, day by day. So you must trust the process. I say it over and over again. Belly fat is the last to go. So trust the process. It's not going to be perfect. You're going to have bad days. Trust the process. Give yourself 6 months of grace and lock in for 6 months. You're going to get there. You're going to get the 12% body fat. If you lock in for 6 months and you lock in every single day, you're going to get there no matter what. I've done it. I've seen it. I've helped other guys do it. I've helped other guys get it done. All right? So you can do it too. Okay? Last, you're going to learn how to say no. Learn how to say no to those impulses, those vices. That cheesecake, I love cheesecake, so I know I say no to a lot of cheesecakes, ice cream, milkshakes. Say no. Alcohol, pornography, drugs, dates. Sometimes you gotta say no. Family functions. Sometimes you gotta say, I'm not gonna have, you know, the holiday dinner. I'm just gonna have some meat and veggies. That's all. No carbs, no pie. I'm okay. You gotta learn how to say no, especially if it doesn't fit your goals. If it doesn't fit your goals, you should be saying no constantly. That should be your favorite word, okay? That's the only way you'll be able to lose belly fat if you say no. Because your stomach is going to say yes. Your stomach wants it. It wants to eat it. It's going to say yes. You have to say no. Right? Very important. Okay? So what mindset do you need to become successful? Stop thinking like someone who's on a diet and start thinking like someone who just eats well, okay? So I want you to think yourself. Okay, you're just not one of the guys who's in a diet. Okay, you're the guy whose lifestyle was about eating well. This means you have to have high standards for yourself. You have to have high standards. Because think about it, people in the world don't have high standards for themselves. They average, drifting, I'll take what you can offer me. I'll take this. I'll take that. This is good enough. You deserve more. So you gotta start saying to yourself, okay, I'm not just on a diet. This is my lifestyle. And once I changed my mindset to this, this is when I got to the best shape of my life. Because at first I was like, yeah, I'll cheat my meals. I'll have this. My mom's cooking, and I'll go out on a date and have alcohol. I'll have some ice cream. Cause I'm just a guy who's on a diet. That's me. But when you change your mindset to this is my life, I live by a healthy lifestyle. I live by self improvement. I live by getting the best foods possible for my body. You're gonna say no 9 times out of 10 to all this shit. You know, you go on a date. Nah, I'm not drinking. But I'll have Diet Coke. You know, you can drink. I'll have Diet Coke. When you go to family functions, I'm not gonna have a sweet potato pie. I'm locked in right now, but I'll have this and this, and that's all. I'm not gonna overeat. That's it. You gotta really be, locked in with your identity to know what you need done. Okay, and you want to fall in love with the process instead of obsessing over the outcome. Fall in love with the process. And once you guys get to a certain point where you guys are 12 to 15% body fat, you understand the process to the point where you can finally start to enjoy the fruits of your labor. This means in family functions you can enjoy stuff. This means if you like to drink, you can have a drink once in a while. That doesn't kill your body. Once you fell in love with the process, because you know how to get there again. If you don't know what it takes to get to 12% body fat to 15% body fat, then you need to fall in love with the process first, and then you can instead of obsessing over the outcome. All right, fall in love with what it takes to get to that body fat percentage, not that body itself. All right, the process, the early night sleep, the early morning wake up times, the early morning workouts, the cardio sessions, the workout sessions, the walks, like things like that's gonna help you follow the process, bro. And a lot of guys just want to lose weight, lose fat, lose weight, get abs, but they're not following the process, bro. They just want it cause make you look good, or I want this girl, or I want to look alpha. Oh yeah. No, you're gonna fail. All right, trust me. I've seen it. So, what mindset you need to become to be successful? Part 2. So, stop thinking you need to be motivated every day to start. All right, start showing up even when you don't feel like it. Wake up early when you don't feel like it. Go to the gym when you don't feel like it. Eat healthy when you don't feel like it. Drink your water when you don't feel like it. Sleep 8 hours a day when you don't feel like it. Discipline. It's all discipline. Right? It's all discipline. It's all rewiring bad habits and doing what you used to do to what you do now, your new identity, okay? So you want to focus on daily actions, not the reward, okay? Yes, when you get in shape, you're going to be more attractive. Yes, when you get in shape, more likely, you're going to have more energy. More likely, you're going to have more opportunities to make more money. Yes, you get all of that by getting in shape, healthier, hopefully you'll be able to live longer, all this stuff. Of course. But you want to focus on the daily actions that are going to help you become more attractive. The daily actions are going to help you get more energy. Focus on the daily actions, not the end outcome. Okay? Because guess what? Your identity is key. Identify as the guy who does the daily actions to get those rewards. Because if you skip over the daily actions, you're gonna never get the reward. You're gonna never get it. Never. You're gonna keep thinking and dreaming. Oh, I wish I would get in shape. Oh, I need to get in shape. I need abs. I need to lose this belly. Well, fucking do it. If you need to do it, do it. Take the action every single day to get it done. Why most guys can't do it? Because they fantasizing on the six-pack abs, on the muscle, on this, on that. They're not focusing on, hey, I need to wake up and do 100 push-ups. I need to track my food every day. I need to drink water. I need to have more fruits and veggies in my diet, more protein. They don't focus on that. They focus on the fast cars, the hot women, the abs, yeah. No, you're gonna fail every single time. So change your identity to the guy who falls in love with the daily actions to get there. Okay? So now you understand, here's how to help you, okay? If you're over 15% body fat and you want to lose body fat, let's say you're a business professional, you work in sales, marketing, or you work a job blue collar, white collar, doesn't really matter. But if you want to transform into a full lifestyle transformation, fitness, identity, mindset, and you have a desire to change, you want to lose 10 to 20 pounds, you want to start to build muscle, and you must already put all excuses aside and put the work in, I have a link down below for you guys, man, to help you guys transform. The link is in the description down below, where you can kind of hop on a quick call and see if this is a good fit for you, if you want it bad enough, which if you got this far, you probably do want it bad enough. Alright, so the link is down in the description, so you can talk to me and see, how we can get this thing done, man. And pretty simple, man. So if you guys can link in the comments, link in the description down below. And yeah, man, hope you guys enjoy the video. And this is the banger, man. See you guys in the next one. Let's get it. Let's go.